I got like probably 30 pounds of cinema camera equipment on my back. Now that the Moab 240 was officially done, it was time to head back to Canada and get the final pieces for this film. The interview shot and the intro shot. And if the weather cooperated, we had something insane planned. We've made it to Calgary. It is a brisk minus 20, and we just gotta get our bags and head to Banff. I climbed that mountain when I was like 20, and it was one of the most epic days ever.
We've got a mountain climbing baddie over here.
We just arrived in Banff, and the snow is just insane right now, so we're gonna actually stop and take photos before we even get to the hotel. Wait till you see what Emma's wearing. She's gonna wear this like beautiful fur coat, but probably not be really actually that warm. So that should be interesting, but yeah, we gotta build all the camera stuff because it's all like in our suitcases from being packed away. So look at this mountain baddie. So we got the rig, we're gonna get some video, we're gonna get a couple photos, and then we're gonna go to a hotel and actually relax for a little bit. That's the plan. This was also so not thought out at all. We just landed in Banff like this and just got off the plane. We've been traveling all day, so this was not prepared at all. So stay tuned for more prepared stuff, but this was just the first few minutes in Banff and had to take advantage of this beautiful snowfall.
It's also warmer than I thought, which is a huge win.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bonus that the coat's actually warm.
Yeah.
We actually came to Banff a few days early just to spend some time in the mountains before going and shooting the intro and interview shots. I had a few bucket list shots that I wanted to get that had eluded me from years past, and I was hoping that I could get them this time I was here. Today we're tackling the Icefields Parkway, which is arguably the most beautiful road in Canada, so let's go to the Icefields Parkway. Our first stop is Morant's Curve. It's a spot that escaped me last time I was here. We pulled up and the train, it's like this train that goes around this mountain, and it just ripped by without me being able to get the photo, so running it back.
Running it back.
Okay, so we just got to the first stop on our trip today, Morant's Curve, and as we pulled up, the train that we were trying to shoot went right by, so we gotta wait a little bit. And that's funny enough, exactly what happened last time I was here. We got out of the car and couldn't get a good photo, and also the snowbanks are high, so we just couldn't get it done in time, and setting up the big camera was not gonna be possible. So we're gonna wait a bit, take some photos, and then hopefully get the shot within the next hour or so, and then carry on. But this shot keeps eluding me.
I read online that usually, like, there's no set schedule for the train, but it said usually between like 11 a.m. 3 p.m. it's pretty busy, and that you can typically hear the horn before it comes around the corner to like prepare.
Okay, so let's break down the setup here. We got the small rig battery. We have the Canon R5 Mark II. We got the DZO film 35mm cine lens, which is awesome. The Peter McKinnon ND filter, the Atmos Ninja V monitor. We got the Sennheiser MKE 400 mic. And then this cord is our jank HDMI cord that I had to buy this morning at Best Buy. The other one broke day one of the trip, so pretty awesome. But this is the setup for this shot right here. Pretty sweet. For 3 hours and we finally saw it.
I am freezing.
I feel like that guy on Instagram that does the trains, I forget what his name is, but we just waited for 3 hours to see this. We're recording, we got it, we got a photo. That was worth it. Oh my God. On to food now. We got a pulled pork, mac and cheese sandwich on sourdough. Oh yeah.
Now, the intro shots that I had in mind were a little bit tricky because it was weather dependent. The winds couldn't be more than 20 kilometers per hour, and they were pretty much at that or more for the majority of our trip. So our plan was to find the day with the lowest amount of wind projected, see how the winds are up on the peak, and assess the situation from there. So essentially we're going into this blind and not knowing even if we're going to be able to get the shot or not. Just flew across the country for this, and I don't even know if I can get the shot that I had in mind.
So we are at Emerald Lake now. This looks like a cabin straight out of like a Hallmark movie. Kyle's just setting up the camera and taking some shots, but
It's pretty lucky we have like an actual little bit of water here, like a reflection. I feel like that's somewhat uncommon. I feel like the rest of the lake is completely frozen. It's almost weird that this has that. I guess it's like a little bit of a river flowing, but yeah, this is one of my favorite spots, and especially this time of year because they put the Christmas lights up and everything, and it's just gorgeous through here. So pretty excited to be here, especially with Emma.
so we're on the highway now. We just tried to go on the Icefields Parkway, and it is a complete whiteout basically. Can't see anything. Nothing was plowed there.
Just like a foot of snow probably, like on the parkway, so absolutely no chance. It also said must have chains on tires and snow conditions poor, or road conditions poor. So
You just can't see anything. The sky is just white.
I also just heard from Nick, and the plan for this trip ultimately was to come and shoot an interview with Nick and shoot the intro to the film. I thought there was a cool juxtaposition between being in the snow and stark white to like these red rocks and mountains. But also, he's a base jumper, so he jumps cliffs, and I think that that's a pretty cool start to the film. So the plan is to meet him in the mountains here. He's going to jump a cliff and then basically get into like a running kind of montage and start the film that way with a pretty dramatic start. The problem we're having right now is the weather. We're looking at like 20 kilometers an hour of wind right now, which probably is a bit too high for the jump. So we're going to keep an eye on it, and not tomorrow, the following day looks a little bit better. So we're probably going to do the interview tomorrow and then come back into the mountains and hopefully do the jump. If not, then we'll pivot to something else and make something else work. But that's kind of the plan as of now. So the plot thickens.
As a filmmaker, the hardest part is when you have that perfect shot in your head, but no guarantee it's going to happen. You build the entire intro to your film around one idea, and then suddenly the weather can just take that away. When that happens, you have to be ready to pivot, find a new approach, or figure out a different way to tell that story. Because when you're doing extreme things like this and weather is a factor, there's no guarantee you get that shot. For now, all we could do is shoot the interview and hope the weather cleared like it was supposed to. For the interview, we ran a 2-camera setup. Our camera A being our main mid shot, angled on a 45-degree angle. This was the angle we were going to rely on most throughout the film, and our camera B was a more intimate profile shot. This just provided some visual variety in the edit. I also switched up camera B several times to reflect different parts of the conversation to show things a little bit differently.
Okay, so we actually have the setup all done now. Canon R5 Mark II, the Rode wireless Go mics, the DZO Cine lens, and then we have a second angle. To be honest, we're probably not going to use the second angle like a ton because we're going to have so much to cut away to anyway, but it's nice just as like a backup in case something happens. We have our main fill light, which is on the back side of Nick's face, which is basically creating a soft bloom. We've hazed the whole room, which you can kind of see a little bit, but it just softens everything more. This is a hair light, so this is separating Nick from the background. Then we have the tube light, which is just creating a little bit of an ambience behind him. Quite the setup to bring on a plane, to be honest, but it's, you want an interview to look good, and that's how it's going to look good. So we're just going to ask Nick basically a bunch of questions about, him as a person, but also like the event itself. So we'll get 2 different stages of this, let the cameras cool down, and then work on the intro and everything. So
Cool
it's gonna
down
be
because
pretty-
it'll be spitting fire.
just spitting heat. At what point does mental toughness become reckless, and how do you personally draw that line?
I feel like I've calloused my mind quite a bit towards where I can push myself through a lot of pain or situations that might not be safe all the time. But like I said, I've done a lot of endeavors and expeditions alone, and during those times you gain this ability to have confidence throughout situations that might be more dangerous for other people who don't have those same experiences. So I think you kind of have to look at the individual in the situation, not just the situation.
We're just doing the intro. We need like an impactful line from Nick, and we're It's one word, and it's kind of comical making this, so we're gonna run this back. We're gonna try this again. Your life is built around pushing yourself further than most are willing to go. Now what are you chasing?
More.
Not as much bass. No, not as much bass. And you say more to me right now. Just
More.
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 Yeah.
More.
That's better.
More.
After we finished the interview, we shifted our focus to the final piece of this story, the intro shot. The plan was to hike a mountain in full winter conditions so Nick could jump off the peak. Before heading out, we met up with an old friend of mine to gear up for this hike. He lent us hiking poles and spikes for our shoes, and to be honest, there's no chance we would have been able to do this hike if we didn't have the spikes for our shoes.
We just got to base of the mountain here, starting the ascend up, and it's pretty clear. Not too windy as of right now, but we'll see when we get to the top because we're going way up. Probably 40 minutes into this hike. We're crushing it. Emma's up here.
I can't breathe.
It's a tough one. It's very steep, but we just put the spikes on our boots. A little better traction. It's very icy, but as of right now, winds seem good, so looking promising. Just pretty exhausted. I got probably 30 pounds of cinema camera equipment on my back, and that's definitely not helping. But onwards and upwards. Just starting the more technical spot here, and then we're basically at the top. Feet are absolutely torched, but we're getting through it. To the first technical spot.
Yeah,
Keeping her going.
there you go.
Just keep moving.
You're doing well.
Gary's killing it. Beautiful up here though. Nice weather. A little snowfall. It's gonna be great. Shot's gonna be so epic. We've been planning this one for a while, so it's gonna feel good finally getting it. And getting this film done. We shot a few months ago and up to a few years ago, or 2 years ago now. So yeah, pretty stoked. We made it.
Made it. There she is. It's the exit. Landing in just past that quarry down there. Yeah, last time I jumped this, you couldn't see the quarry, you couldn't see anything. It was all snow. It was just jumping into the abyss. It was actually insane. I couldn't even see those trees down there.
We have good winds right now, so nothing like the shot could be possible.
It's possible.
We're gonna get it. We've been saying this whole trip, we're kind of debating on the winds and figuring it out, but it looks like it's all right. So we got this.
Okay. Ready, set, see it.
Nick made the jump.
Oh yeah.
We secured the shot, and
You get in. Oh yeah.
feels good. That was pretty insane to witness, and I'm pretty excited that we got the shot. We've been wanting to get this for quite a long time, and Gary was manning the Osmo, and then I had the drone up above, and it's just such a beautiful shot. And we got the snow coming in now, and it's gonna be a beautiful start to the Moab film. So great job, crew, and we got a bit of a hike back down in the
We're
blizzard,
gonna survive the descent.
yeah, but there'll be a nice reward at the bottom of a warm vehicle. I'm sorry for putting you in such a choice position here.
Just buy me dinner.
So we're just coming down, and got pretty dark on us because it gets dark at 4:30 this time of year. So we just put our headlamps on, and makes it a lot easier. But this path does have reflective signs, so we can at least see where we're going. But we probably still have at least another hour anyway going down, so it's a lot easier. Feet aren't hurting as bad, but it's still a bit of a grind coming down. So
Now that the Moab 240 has been completed, we have filmed the interview, We've got the intro shot. It's time to head back to the studio and actually put this thing together. This is where we make the film.